Toyota Highlander 2009, and I was called to come and diagnose this vehicle, and this is the fault code that we are having. We are having this P0101, and it states that circuit to low. Most of the time when a system states that circuit to low, it means it's shorted to power, but when it stays circuit high, it means it's shorted to ground. So that means the sensor is shorted to power. And before that, you can see the you can see the MAF sensor on this wiring diagram. So this is battery voltage and this is ground. So you can see the ground is also connected to the temperature sensor. It's not reporting anything about the temperature sensor. That means the power is okay. But this junction, so now what I'll do is, let me test it. The shop called me to come and do this diagnosis. When I came, they've already done their work already. And if you erase the fault code, it will come up again because the fault has not been fixed yet. So you can see it can be erased. So what I'll do now is I'll take off the socket and test and see if I can get 12 volts and ground with my multimeter. But before that, I'll use my scope. I'm using the scope to test. So I'll test for the first wire, and you can see I'm having 5 volts. So I'm using the yellow trace. So let me turn off my channel 2. Let me turn off the channel 2. It's off, and you can see I'm getting. So let me go to the second one, which is I think the MAF sensor, and you can see is 0, is grounded because I think it's a pull up system. So it's 0. Let me go to the second one, the third one, which is the middle one, which is the white one, and it is 0. And you can see at number 3, pin 3, which is B, that means I should have battery positive on it. And now I've put the scope on it and I'm having 0 volt, which is a problem. So let me check the second one. So I checked the brown one, which is ground, and I've checked this one and it's also 0. And I've checked this one. So the first one I checked is the temperature sensor, the pink one, and I've checked this one. I'm also getting 0. So what I'll do now is, what I know is I'm not getting power to this sensor. So there is no power to this sensor, and telling me battery positive, that means it's not a 5 volt reference but rather a 12 volt. So for me to play safe, what I'll do is I'll connect my test light to the battery positive. For me to play safe, I'll connect my test light to the battery positive and test it. And this has a resistance to prevent it from shorting the control unit. So what I'll do now is, so that means I've given power to that ground. So let's test for, let me change my scope to 12 volt. Sorry for the glare. Let me change it to 12 volt. 12 volt. So now I'm at 10, and when I test it here this way, you can see it's at 12 volt, 11.9 volt. So what I'll do now is I'll erase the fault code and see if it will go off. So let me erase the fault code. And it is off. So what I'll do now is I'll go into the vehicle and turn off cycle the ignition key and turn it back on. So turn it back on and rescan it again, rescan the system again, and see if the fault code will come up again. And there is no fault code related to the MAP sensor. So now what I'll do is I'll go to live data on my scope, on my scan tool, sorry, on my scan tool, and check the airflow sensor. So you can see it has increased, so it's at 0.6. So I'll start the vehicle now, and this airflow sensor reads in frequency. So I'll start the vehicle now. Yeah, it's off maybe because so let me check if maybe my test light fell down. That's why it went off. Yes, as I said, my test light moved. So because my test light moved, it is default now. So I'll connect one or two things to it to make it work. Now I've done the connection, and we'll go to read data again. Read the data and clear the fault code. So the ignition, the key is off. Yes, so now the key is on. We'll scan it because the wire disconnected, so we'll scan it and yeah, erase the fault code. So it means it's shorted to power, and you can see the fault code is not in again. So we'll start this vehicle, and if it goes off, that means the amount of current is required. The test light can't hold it. So what I'll do is I'll do a direct ground to it, and you can see the test light is blinking a bit. So read the fault code again and see if it will appear. And there's no fault code, and the vehicle is running perfectly. And let me rescan the vehicle again. So I'll tell the shop so that tomorrow they'll try and trace the fault related to the mass airflow sensor, the power that is coming on it. So you can see that now the airflow, we are getting the airflow which is entering into the engine. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel for more videos. So I'll speak to the shop for them to do the connection properly and check why there is no power on that point. And you can see there is a junction, so that means it could be from this junction. Thank you for watching once again. Subscribe to my channel for more videos.